Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday night. First and foremost, all our moms and grandmas, we call them our super mom, sports moms. Happy Mother's Day. Hope you guys all had a great Mother's Day. Girls, I hope you made mom feel special this weekend because she does a lot for you. Washing your clothes, driving you to practice, driving you to tournaments, going and cheering you on at tournaments, paying club fees, everything else. So I hope you took good care of mom today. Moms, if they didn't, you let me know and we'll have a chat. Hey, I hope everyone's having a great Sunday. It's Sunday night. It's May 10th. It's 8 o'clock on Sunday night. We are live with the weekend edition of Whip Around and Find Out, Wisconsin's only daily softball show presented by who else? The Circle Tap in Denmark and Wonder Springs Golf Course in Greenleaf. I'm Gary Whipperman, and today we have got a full weekend edition. I hope any kids watching, you guys did your homework and got all that done so you can just watch softball talk all night. Parents, hopefully everybody's ready to go for Monday because we got a big show tonight. We've got walk-offs, we've got comebacks, we've got grand slams, we've got pitchers dealing, we've got bats on fire, we've got Hard Luck Hotel news, and we've got Who's That Girl weekend edition coming up at the end of the show. And listen, if you think weekend softball is just a bunch of scores on a screen, you're wrong because this weekend had stories and lots of them. Fond du Lac refused to go away. Appleton North found some walk-off magic. Hortonville brought the lumber. Beaver Dam had power. Pacelli had fireworks. And all over Wisconsin, girls were making memories that will last a whole lot longer than the final score. So grab the beverage, grab the chips, get comfortable, text your friends, tell them the show has started so you don't want them to miss out, and let's whip around and find out. By the way, we'd love to have your chat, your comments tonight as we go through tonight's show. Anything on your mind or any comments you want to make on what we're talking about, just drop them in there. Happy to chat, happy to talk with you about anything that's on your mind. Okay, well, of course, our show is presenting sponsor today is the Circle Tap in Denmark, as it is every day. Great food, great people, and one of the best softball atmospheres you'll find anywhere. If you like talking softball, I'm telling you, go to the Circle Tap. There is somebody there ready to sit down and talk with you at a moment's notice about softball, which to me is just amazing. I experienced it a couple weeks ago when I was there, and I could not believe how many people came up and just wanted to chat. And by Wonder Springs Golf Course in Greenleaf, whether you're playing 9, playing 18, or just looking for a great place to relax, Wonder Springs has you covered. Circle Tap and Wonder Springs, proud supporters of Whip Around and Find Out. Now, before we dive into another packed weekend of Wisconsin high school softball, we have got big news from the college ranks. Our very own Wisconsin's Badgers softball team are headed back to the NCAA tournament. How about that? After a 30-win regular season and an impressive run through the conference and in the Big Ten tournament this past week, Wisconsin officially punched its ticket to the Austin Regional hosted by Texas. The Badgers enter the tournament with a 32-19 record, and they are the number 2 seed in their regional. They'll open postseason play against Baylor starting May 15th, which is Thursday. There's no time noted yet, but we do know they're playing Baylor on Thursday. And here's something interesting. Wisconsin is actually undefeated all time against Baylor, winning both previous matchups 2-1. Now, it's not all gumdrops and unicorns and bunnies jumping in the woods. On the other side of the bracket, the SEC tournament champion Texas Longhorns will battle Wagner. This will be Wisconsin's 10th NCAA tournament appearance overall and the 8th under head coach Yvette Healy, who continues to build one of the most respected programs in the Big Ten Conference and in the country. The Badgers have won at least one NCAA tournament game in each of their last 6 postseason appearances, including that memorable 2022 Gainesville regional run. And speaking of memorable, the last time Wisconsin played in Austin Well, they knocked off ninth-ranked Alabama 7-6 at the Bevo Classic in 2023. So, from all of us here at W7 Productions, congratulations to Coach Healy and the Wisconsin Badgers softball program. This is fantastic news for softball in the state of Wisconsin, and we'll all be cheering you on in Austin on Thursday. Go get them, Badgers. We're so excited. Okay, time to get into our show. Let's start with a weekend, spotlight. Let me start with Fond du Lac's big weekend. The Cardinals had a weekend that really had a little bit of everything in it. First, they come from behind against Kaukauna, sweep Kaukauna for the season series. They won it 8-7. Fond du Lac trailed by as many as 4 runs, but came back to win it 8-7. Lillian Berschbach had a monster game, 3 hits, including a solo homer, a single, and a double. Alyssa Henke drove in 3. Mallory Thorpe had 4 hits. Brianna Mentink had a huge 2-run double in the 6th. That's not just a win. That's a we're not going away win. And then on Saturday, the Cardinals beat Hartford 7-3 in their triangular. Ava Martinez goes 7 innings, allows 3 runs, strikes out 2, and doesn't walk anyone. Brianna Mentink drives in 2. Berschbach adds 3 more hits, and McKenna Schultes steals 2 bases. Fond du Lac had a really nice weekend, and that team is starting to feel a little dangerous. Fondy also did lose to Notre Dame at 9-3 in the first game of the triangular. We'll have details on that as well. So overall, though, great weekend. By the way, congratulations, Lillian Berschbach, 100th career hit this weekend. We were there on Saturday when that happened. So congratulations, Lily, on a great weekend, a great tournament, and congratulations, Fondy. Notre Dame, speaking of Notre Dame, they got rolling as well. Notre Dame had a big weekend. The Tritons beat Bayport 12-2 on Friday, and then beat Fond du Lac 9-3 in the triangular against Bayport. Notre Dame had 17 hits. Olivia Waldrop, Addie Simpson, and Emma Syak each had 3 hits for the Tritons. Syak and Waldrop each drove in 3 as well. That's a lineup, we've said it before, it's a lineup that just keeps coming at you. It really just does. Then, against Fond du Lac, on Saturday, they scored 5 runs in the first inning and never really let the Cardinals get comfortable. Aubrey Wyckoff went 7 innings and also drove in 2. And by the way, Aubrey's dad saved our Starlink satellite because the winds kicked up pretty heavily. We had a huge wind gust, and our tower tripped over, and Mr. Wyckoff was able to catch it before it hit the ground and smash into a million pieces. So we owe him big for that. Olivia Waldrop had 4 hits. When Notre Dame gets that first inning pressure going, good luck. What about Appleton North? North walks it off on Friday. They beat Oshkosh West 4-3 in walk-off fashion. Bottom of the 7th, tied at 3. Drew Brown steps in. That kid just delivers and delivers and delivers from the plate. Also a pretty darn good catcher, too. She had a walk-off single. That's a big-time moment. Charlotte Radke had 2 hits and 2 RBI. Brown had 2 hits. Evelyn Fraga went the distance in the circle, striking out 7. And give West credit. Colleen Fitzpatrick homered in the top of the 7th to tie the game. That's a game. That's why we love this sport. I mean, Fond du Lac riding high wins all these games, and then all of a sudden Notre Dame pulls the rug out. Then they bounce back and beat Hartford. You don't know what's going to happen. That's what makes it so great. All right, segment 2, the top 10 games of the weekend. Hard to rank these. We'll give you our take, and I hope you disagree with me because I'm sure we're going to miss some. But these are not just the biggest scores. These had some big names, big drama, big moments in them. The games where somebody had to make a play. Number 10, Brookfield East beats DSHA 7-5. East trailed early in that game, then battled back. Peyton Ulrich had a solo homer to tie it in the 5th, and the Spartans found a way to win it. Number 9, Badger gets past Franklin 5-4. Badger snatched the lead late in the 7th. Bella Metcalf had a huge 2-run double. And Maya Buchinas, how many times have we said her name this spring on our podcast? Maya struck out 9. Number 8, St. Mary Springs falls 6-5 to West Bend East. West Bend East is becoming like those cardiac kids. Every game, you don't know what's going to happen with this East squad. I will tell any teams in their regional this year, I'd watch out. They may jump up and surprise some people. So you want to be careful with Coach Detchen and West Bend East. The Ledgers had almost erased a 4-run deficit. Allie Schwartz had 3 hits. Quinn Matthey gets the win for West Bend East. They edge Springs 6-5. Number 7, Watertown beats Beaver Dam 3-1. And the roller coaster that is Beaver Dam softball continues its loop-de-loop through Great America. A true pitcher's duel. Callie Craig struck out 12 for Watertown. Emma Julka goes the distance for Beaver Dam. Not enough, though. It was Watertown getting the win 3-1. Highland knocks off Belmont 9-8. This one's huge. Of course, Belmont is the defending state champs in D5. The Braves scored 7 in the 6th to take the lead, but Highland walked it off in the 7th. Number 5, funny, again, we talk about the ups and downs of softball, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, as they say. How about number 5? Belmont 5, Fenimore 4. The next day after the previous game, one day after losing on a walk-off, Belmont turns around and wins on a walk-off. Lexi Rikers with a 2-run single in the 7th for Belmont to get the win. Number 4, Appleton North beats Oshkosh West 4-3. Drew Brown, walk-off single, bottom of the 7th. Appleton North Magic. Number 3, we talked about this already a little bit. Fond du Lac 8, Kaukauna 7. 4 down, still fighting. Birchbach, Henke, Thorpe, Mentink. Big-time Cardinals win. Number 2, Beaver Dam gets past Adams Friendship 4-3. This was Saturday at Beaver Dam. Adams Friendship had the lead late, but Emma Julka homers in the 7th to flip the game. That kid I'm never surprised anything Emma Julka does. She is absolutely amazing. Number 1 had to be, without a doubt, Mosinee 1, Fox Valley Lutheran nothing. How about Fox Valley Lutheran, you guys? They win, 50 games in a row from 2025 through 2026. And they've gotten more attention in the last week, losing 2 games. They lost to Seymour on W7 on Thursday, and then lose on Saturday in Ashwaubenon to Mosinee 1-0, a true pitcher's duel. Madison Babcock was outstanding despite the loss. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 9 strikeouts, and 3 walks. And remember, you're talking Mosinee, you're talking Peyton Jershely, you're talking Talon Jershely, you're talking Brooklyn Simonis, you're talking Ava Bussey, you're talking Addie Henrich. I mean, these are real ballers. I mean, those kids are tremendous softball players. This isn't some schlub team. I mean, Mosinee is legit. They're a legit state contender. And by the way, don't be surprised if you see these 2 teams play again. I don't know, in Madison maybe in June. I think it's very possible. Mosinee gets the win. That's a huge win for the Indians over FVL 1-0. The only run came in the 3rd inning on an Addison Henrich sacrifice fly. Kinley Peterson, KP Bala, as we call her, provided the offensive spark for FVL, 2 for 2 at the plate. Ava Bussey, lights out. Complete game shutout. And we talk about Madison Babcock having a great game, which of course she did. And we talked about the Mosinee hitters. Flip the script. What about Ava Bussey against Fox Valley Lutheran? You're talking Madison Babcock. You're talking Claire Frang. You're talking Natalie Braun. You're talking Bree Dalkey, Nora Probst. Ballers in their own right. Kinley Peterson. So great game for Ava Bussey. This is one of those games, you guys, and I think both coaches would sit here and tell you we both got better playing this game against each other. It wasn't all bad news for Fox Valley Lutheran. They did turn around and win 6-4 over Neenah in that Ashwaubenon event as well. So great weekend. Yeah, Adam, that's a great point. My buddy Adam from Pewaukee, Pewaukee versus Kewaskum was a fun game. And by the way, Adam, I don't know if you know this or not, but a week from tomorrow, which is Monday, May 18th, I'm going to be a guest on PTV, which is Pewaukee TV, for Pewaukee's softball game against Jefferson. I got a very nice invitation from the Pewaukee broadcasting team to come and join them and just be part of their broadcast next Monday. The great news for me, no setup of hardware, no carrying gear around, no carrying tables around. They told me literally show up and put on a headset. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm excited to make my first ever trip to Pewaukee for softball. Of course, we've done lots of basketball and volleyball over the years. We haven't really the last couple of years. And the main reason why, PTV does such a great job. They're really very good. If you've ever got a chance to watch those guys, it's a great production. It's a great broadcast. No need for me to go there. They're already killing it. So that's your top 10 from this weekend. This weekend had postseason softball feel all over it. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with segment 3, which of course is the Circle of Dominance. You're watching Whip Around and Find Out Weekend Edition live on W7, presented by the Circle Tap in Denmark and Wander Springs Golf Course in Greenleaf. Drop your comments. Let me hear from you. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Marquette. We're going to have to stay in Welcome to Marquette.
When you arrive ready for something good, you'll leave connected to something greater. Marquette University.
Welcome back. Whip Around and Find Out, presented by the Circle Tap in Denmark and Wander Springs Golf Course in Greenleaf. By the way, I'm wearing my Recruited Films hat that I got from Tim Kalinowski on Saturday from Hartford. Got to see Tim up at Fond du Lac and watch Sophie play. Really had a really great time watching a Hartford team. Boy, those kids, they can really play ball. Yeah, no, you're right, Adam. No PTV for softball. Jake Gould does the softball stuff. He's fantastic. So anyway, Recruited Films, check them out. Recruitedfilms.com. We'll get a spot on them coming up at the next break. Okay, segment 3. Time for the Circle of Dominance. Let's see, who do we got? Pitchers who own the weekend. Welcome into the circle. This is where we tip the cap to the girls who walked into the circle and said, good luck. Callie Craig, Watertown, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 12 strikeouts. Again, against, you're talking Kendall Fakes, Emma Jolka, Jolene Dronick. I mean, you're talking ballers at Beaver Dam. Callie came in, owned the day. That's dealing. That's that redhead Callie Craig over in Watertown. She's phenomenal. Faith Allram in St. Croix Falls, 14 strikeouts and a 7-1 win over Mellon. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. When you put up 14 Ks, you get a room in the Circle of Dominance. What about Madeline Barsness from Stoughton? What a dream season she's having. What a dream season Stoughton is having. They are on their way to a Badger Small Conference Championship, and they're going to come blowing into the postseason with just a ton of momentum. A 7-inning shutout for Madeline, 8 strikeouts. Stoughton beats Portage 2-0. Runs were hard to find, and Barsness made sure Portage found none. How about Raya Ceballos from Elmond Bancroft? Raya was our Piggly Wiggly player of the game Friday night in Elmond Bancroft's win over Adams Friendship. 1 run, 7 strikeouts, no walks, and Elmond Bancroft beats Adam Friendship. And again, you're talking about good players. Kenna Kirsenlohr, part of that Adams Friendship team. She may have been one of the only 2 or 3 kids to get on base. She did it a couple times. She was on base a couple times in that game. That was the one where they're not friends anymore episode that we did on Friday. And after the game, Aliyah and Oakley and Kenna. So Aliyah and Oakley are from Almond Bancroft, and Kenna's from Adams Friendship. Got a picture together, and they invited me in to take it with them too, which was really nice. So it was fun. It was really fun seeing those kids. I really enjoy going over to Almond Bancroft. I love D5 softball. You guys know how I feel about small towns. It's in my DNA. It definitely is. So it was fun going over there. Here's the best part about going there, though. I'll be honest with you. By the way, Taylor Dernbach from Cheese Pleasers gave me a cooler full of cheese snacks to take home. No one was happier than my son. I'm telling you, it was like Christmas Day on the way home. But thanks to Taylor, thanks to Cheese Pleasers and Bancroft. Check them out. cheesepleasersinc.com is their website. Let me put this up here real quick. So thank you to Taylor and Cheese Pleasers. My favorite part of going to Almond Bancroft, though, is so the game's at 4:30. When it's over 6 o'clock, you can hear cattle lowing in the background, like they're ready to eat. They know it's dinner time. That 6 o'clock whistle goes off, and those cattle start lowing like crazy. It is so funny, and it's just one of those things that only coming from a small town would you really understand how endearing and how heartwarming that is to have that sound. And it was just so fun to be there. So that's a great job for Raya Ceballos. Ava Martinez, also in the circle of dominance from Fond du Lac. 7 innings, 3 runs, no walks. Fond du Lac beats Hartford 7-3. No free passes. And by the way, she did pretty well against Olivia Fisher too, which that's a headline in itself. If you can keep Olivia Fisher off base, unable to keep Jenna Martin off base, I'll tell you what, that leadoff kid from Hartford, Jenna Martin, that's Emily's daughter, she is flipping amazing. I saw her all day Saturday. She'd get to first, steal second, steal third, like first pitch both times, like immediately. So like immediately when she gets on base, when she gets on, you can just assume she's going to be at third base in 2 pitches. And it doesn't matter the circumstances. She goes first pitch right away, every time. It was pretty cool to watch. And I mean, that kid can fly on the base paths. Also, Evelyn Frega from Appleton North, 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, and a walk-off win behind her for North. Sometimes the pitcher keeps you close enough for the offense to go win it. This Circle of Dominance segment is brought to you by the Circle Tap in Denmark, where softball people feel right at home, and Wander Springs Golf Course in Greenleaf, a great place to play, gather, and support local sports. Now it's time for the Home Run Club, and it's a long, long list, you guys. The clubhouse was busy this weekend in the Home Run Club. How about Lillian Birschbach from Fond du Lac, solo homer against Kaukauna? Colleen Fitzpatrick from Oshkosh West, the game-tying home run in the 7th against Appleton North. Piper Moyer from Adams Friendship, 2-run homer against Beaver Dam. Emma Julka from Beaver Dam, 2-run 7th-inning homer to beat Adams Friendship. Kendall Fakes from Beaver Dam, 2 home runs, 6 RBI, including, a grand slam. That's not just Home Run Club, that's VIP seating, baby. Emily Johnson Cedarburg, 2 home runs and 4 RBI against Franklin. Madison Suhada from Cedarburg, solo home run against Franklin. Reagan Woodard from Chilton, an inside the park grand slam. That right there deserves a lap around the bases and a standing ovation. And of course, our favorite mint chocolate chip martini. This is mint chip martini, Amelia Martini from Pacelli. Multiple home runs and a huge Pacelli win. Caden Nelson from Pacelli had a grand slam. Jenna Hinker from Pacelli had a power weekend. Multiple big swings from Asia Everson at Hortonville. A 2-run homer against Arrowhead. Cooper Bruchode from Michikat, a solo homer against the Schwabenon. That's a lot of softballs leaving the yard, and I know I probably left out a ton, but those are the ones that I have. Welcome to the Home Run Club. When we come back, more big bat energy. You're watching Whip Around and Find Out, presented by the Circle Tap in Denmark and Wander Springs Golf Course in Greenleaf. We'll be right back.
Thousands of athletes are competing for the same spots. The ones who get noticed, they give coaches something to watch. Recruited Films produces cinematic athlete recruitment videos, shot professionally, built around your athlete's strengths, and designed to do one thing: get them noticed. Your athlete's story is ready to be told.
Welcome back. Whip Around and Find Out, presented by the Circle Tap in Denmark and Wander Springs Golf Course in Greenleaf. Let's talk more about the bats, because some of these girls were absolutely on fire. Kendall Fakes, we talked about her. Beaver Dam, 2 homers, 6 RBI. That's the headline. Grace Donoski, Hortonville, 4 hits and a 17-6 win over Arrowhead. You don't think this Hortonville team's for real? Those girls are for real, I'm telling you. Kaya Gass, Hortonville, 3 RBI. River Jamison from Union Grove, 3 hits, 4 RBI. Union Grove keeps rolling. Elena Neubauer, Appleton East, 3 hits, 4 RBI, a home run. Appleton East beats Coleman 12-2. Reese Reichelt from Appleton East, 3 RBI in the comeback win over Oakfield. And Emma Jacobs from Appleton East, 3 hits against Oakfield. Riley Bogner from Arrowhead, 4 hits against Kettle Moraine. Campbell Noreen from Kettle Moraine, 4 hits and 3 RBI in that same game. And Olivia Waldrop just absolutely killing it this year from Notre Dame Academy. 4 hits against Fond du Lac, 3 hits against Bayport. That's 7 hits this weekend for Liv. That's a weekend. Emma Syack from Notre Dame, 3 hits and 3 RBI against Bayport. Brianna Mentink from Fondy, a key RBI swing in a big Cardinals weekend. Mallory Thorpe, 4 hits against Kakana for Fond du Lac. Those are some big bats. Those are some big numbers. There were also some big comebacks, some comeback kids we should talk about. These are teams that refuse to fold. This segment is for the teams that looked at the scoreboard and said, nope, not done yet. Fond du Lac down 4 to Kakana, came back to win 8-7. Appleton East down 5 to Oakfield, rallied to win 8-6. Belmont lost a heartbreaker to Highland on Friday, turned around, walked it off on Fenimore on Saturday. Beaver Dam down late to Adams Friendship. Emma Jolka flips it with a 7th inning home run. Brookfield East down early to DSHA, comes back and wins 7-5. There's nothing better than a team that doesn't panic. Checking the comments here, my friend Josh Navis, Navis, it rhymes with Davis. I think it was Josh's grandpa that told him that. 3 home runs in Waupun. Aubrey Farley, Alexis Babish, and Leah Buwalda over Laconia on Friday, a 14-2 win. You know, what we're starting to see is teams starting to separate, and we're starting to see, you know, where people are going to start landing as we kind of make the turn and head towards the postseason, which is incredible that it's already almost here. But our next stop is one I don't really care to make, but at the same time, it's one that we have to make. You guys know it as well. It's what we call the Hard Luck Hotel. Okay, check-in time. The desk is open. Welcome to the Hard Luck Hotel, the place where you play well, you battle, you maybe even deserve better, but the softball gods hand you a room key anyway. Adams Friendship checking in, room 103. The Green Devils had the lead against Beaver Dam. Piper Moyer homered. Riley Weaver went 7. but Emma Julka hit the 2-run homer in the 7th. That's a tough one. That's when you call for room service and they laugh in your face. How about Belmont? Check in Friday night. They come back from 6 down, score 7 in the 6th, take the lead. Then Highland walks it off in the 7th. That's not a room. It's the penthouse suite. But then they had a quick checkout on Saturday with their own walk-off win. So they were just in and out for Belmont. St. Mary's Springs, the Ledgers. I love the Ledgers. I love Coach Wally. The Ledgers almost clawed all the way back against West Bend East. Allie Schwartz had 3 hits. They out-hit West Bend East 8-7, but they lose 6-5. Darn it, no hot water. That's tough. Oshkosh West. Colleen Fitzpatrick ties it in the 7th with a home run. But Appleton North walks it off in the bottom of the 7th. That's a brutal turnaround. That's no AC in the room, man, in August. Come on. Franklin led Badger late, but Badger takes it in the 7th. When the 7th inning gets you, that's the Hard Luck Hotel. That's what it is. There's your tenants tonight and this weekend in the Hard Luck Hotel. Hopefully we'll get some checkouts tomorrow. Okay, segment 8. Who's hot? Teams that are heating up, teams that we want to keep an eye on. Hortonville, I mentioned this, 17 runs against Arrowhead, 17 hits. Donosky had 4. Asia Everson goes deep. That offense is scary. Notre Dame, 2 strong wins, big first inning, 17 hits against Bayport. Beaver Dam, again, the roller coaster that's up and down Beaver Dam. I think that's going to pay off for them in the end, though, you guys. I really do. I think this team is going to be battle-tested come postseason. I really do. Pacelli had like a tremendous weekend at the plate. Grand slams, multiple homer performances. That lineup had smoke this weekend coming off the bats. Great weekend for Coach Molsky, Coach Treichel, and the Cardinals of Pacelli. As you know, you hear all the talk, you're we're probably going to be down. We don't have this, we don't have that. And all of a sudden you look up in May and they're absolutely knocking the cover off the ball. That's Pacelli softball. Don't sleep on Pacelli. I'm telling you right now. Fond du Lac, comeback win over Kaukauna, win over Hartford. I know I've been bullish on Fond du Lac, you guys. I just am. I believe in these kids so much. I believe there's so much talent there. They've got great coaching. They've got great support. I really believe in that Fond du Lac Cardinals team, and I want to see them take a big step forward this season. They're warming up at the right time. Ava Martinez getting her feet under her at the circle. She's starting to get things figured out. Girls, give Mallory Thorpe some more run support and some more defense, for heaven's sake. She's doing a great job pitching. Give her more support. Get her some runs next week when Mal goes out to pitch. All right, segment 9. It's time. You guys know it. We're going to get right into it. It is Who's That Girl? It's our most popular segment. Remember, this segment is about celebrating the girls who had people talking all weekend long. Big moments, big numbers, big time performances. And tonight's nominees, absolutely stacked. Kendall Fakes, Beaver Dam, 2 homers, 6 RBI, including a grand slam, one of the most explosive offensive weekends anybody had in the state. Emma Julka, Beaver Dam, pitched a complete game against Watertown, then stepped up in the 7th inning against Adams Friendship and hit a 2-run bomb to win the game. That's clutch, baby. Olivia Fisher hit one of the... You guys, I'm telling you, that kid never stops surprising me. Olivia Fisher hit a home run. Listen to this. Oppo home run, right-hand hitter, hit it over the right field fence by about 20 feet. And that's not all. You guys know I talked about our Starlink falling over. That's because the wind was blowing in at that rate. It knocked over our tower. Fisher hits a home run right through the wind. That kid is unbelievable. Helped lead Hartford to a big 13-1 win over Notre Dame. I love Olivia Fisher. Drew Brown, Appleton North, delivered the walk-off single against Oshkosh West. Also finished with 2 hits in the game. Big players make big plays in big moments, and Drew is a big player. She always comes up big. Lillian Berschbach, Fond du Lac, absolutely outstanding weekend. 3 hits against Kaukauna, including a home run, a double, and a single. A huge part of the comeback win. Then followed it up with more big hits against Hartford. She was our Piggly Wiggly player of the game on Saturday against Hartford. And against the Orioles, she also eclipsed 100 career hits. That's a massive career milestone. 100 career hits takes years of consistency and big time play. Congratulations, Lily, on 100 career hits. Amelia Martini from Pacelli, mint chip martini, multiple home runs during Pacelli's huge weekend. When Pacelli's offense exploded, there was a mint chip chocolate chip ice cream cone right in the middle of it. Faith Allram from St. Croix Falls, 14 strikeouts and a complete game win. Circle dominance for Faith. Elena Neubauer, Appleton East, 3 hits, 4 RBI, and a home run. A big-time weekend at the plate. Olivia Waldrop, Notre Dame Academy, 4 hits against Fond du Lac, 3 more against Bayport, one of the hottest bats of the entire weekend. Kennedy Weisensell, Marshall, what a day. 5 for 5 at the plate, 3 singles, a double, and a home run. And that home run was her second of the season. When you reach base 5 times in a game, people notice absolutely. Massive offensive performance for the Cardinals. Piper Olson from Grantsburg. How about this? How about this weekend from Pipe? 22 strikeouts and 2 game-winning home runs. That's a weekend. Dominating in the circle, then turning on and delivering the biggest swings of the game. That's the kind of performance people remember for a long time. Absolutely incredible weekend for the Grantsburg Star. Pewaukee making some serious noise this weekend. Jillian Stelsey, Pewaukee perfect at the plate, going 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a triple in a big night offensively for the Pirates. Maddie Jeffrey from Pewaukee. Look, we got so many, I got to start over. First varsity home run alert, and it was a huge one. A 2-run no-doubter that gave Pewaukee a 3-0 lead. That softball might still be flying over Wisconsin somewhere tonight. Haley Hutchins from Pewaukee. She was Who's That Girl a couple weeks ago. Dominant in the circle with 14 strikeouts, allowing just 2 earned runs while battling through 4 walks. Another overpowering performance from Hutchins, one of the top arms around. Pewaukee fans, you may want to clear some room on the nomination board tonight because the Pirates came loaded with candidates. I'm still fighting this cold, you guys. And tonight's Who's That Girl is Lillian Berschbach from Fond du Lac. What a weekend. 3 hits against Kaukauna, including a home run, a double, a huge part of the comeback win. Followed up with more big hits against Hartford, and on Saturday against the Orioles, eclipsed 100 career hits. Huge milestone. Doesn't happen by accident. That takes a ton of work. Sorry, Lily. She was right in the middle of everything this weekend that Fond du Lac did. And so for that reason and many others, Lillian Berschbach, you are this weekend's Who's That Girl. All right, we're not done yet. We're going to give you a preview of the week ahead when we come back. I get some water and we'll come back and finish strong. Just checking the comments. Coach Molsky, great to see you, Coach. Thanks for being on the show tonight. We'll be back. You're watching Whip Around and Find Out, presented by the Circle Tap in Denmark and Wander Springs Golf Course in Greenleaf.
Pain's a very lonely place. I came to Orthopedic Associates because I had a ruptured disc in my neck. I needed to get it fixed as soon as I could. Life immediately following the procedure was better. I have 3 young boys. I coach their sports. I play their sports with them. So just the joy in life came back. The pain was gone. The entire standard of life became better.
Welcome back to the Whip Around and Find Out Weekend Edition, presented by the Circle Tap in Denmark and Wonder Springs and Greenleaf. All right, before we get out of here tonight, let's take a look at what's coming up this week on W7. And folks, this week is absolutely loaded. Let me start by saying this. For a balance of the season, we've been streaming games on YouTube and Facebook and on Fix TV. Fix TV's been going through some massive upgrades over the last few weeks. They are done, and we've been testing it out for the last week or so, and we are ready to go back exclusively on Fix TV. So all of our games will be back to exclusively on Fix TV starting tomorrow, and we'll post that as well. But just for you to know, it's not going to be on Facebook. It's not going to be on YouTube, and part of that is the agreement we have with Fix TV. Part of it also is what happens a lot of times with YouTube and Facebook is the game broadcasts seem to disappear a lot of times, or they get muted because of music in the background from the venues. And I don't want to deal with that. And people get frustrated when they can't find the game, and then I send them the link, and the link doesn't work. I know on Fix TV they're there. So they're working on the apps right now, but you can go right to fixtv.com. That's PHYXTV.com. They have a great chat system. Also, by the way, no pressure here, just saying that we actually have a Stripe account now, and that we can actually start taking kind of what I call micro donations. So during the game, if you're watching and you're like, hey, this is a really great broadcast, how can I support these guys? You can literally throw us $5. Hey, buy a hamburger at the concession stand, or hey, for $20, put a gallon of gas in your car, right? I mean, whatever. But that's going to be available, as well as the chat as well. Those things are available now. So starting tomorrow, all of our games back to exclusively on Fix TV. That's still 100% free, 100% live, no changes that way. It's just I want to keep things in one place, because otherwise it gets too confusing for people. Think about the Packers games. Think about all these stupid streaming channels you got to go through, whether it's Amazon, whether it's YouTube TV, Apple TV, blah, blah, Paramount, blah, blah. I don't want to do that to you guys. I don't want to do it to myself. So we're going to stream back to just Fix TV starting tomorrow. It's going to be a great experience, and we'll be watching it closely. Brian Keller, who owns Fix TV, has told me he'll have eyes on it all week long. So if there's problems, we'll address it. But I expect that we're going to have a very smooth week coming up. And that's good, because we're going to have a very big week coming up. Big conference games, big time players, and games that could have major postseason implications. Let me pull up our graphics here. Let's start with Monday. And this is a big one Monday. It is Kimberly at Fox Valley Lutheran. That's tomorrow at 4:30. And I just have one question. Will the real Kimberly please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Who is this Kimberly team? We don't know. Day to day, they're all over the place. They win 14-1. They lose 17-6. We don't know. Will the real Kimberly please stand up? Please stand up. You guys like that? That's my rapping. It's not very good, but that's the best you get. So that's Monday. FVL, by the way, interesting past few days for Fox Valley Lutheran. Of course, they lost to Seymour on Thursday, came back and beat Neenah Saturday, lost to Mosinee in a 1-0 game. And I think this team now has all the fire, all the fuel they need to make a big postseason run, and I know they're going to, and they're going to kick it off tomorrow with a big game against Kimberly. It's on W7. We'll be on air at 4:05 tomorrow. Kind of like that. All right, I'm reliving my Well, it's not even my glory days then. I was have to go back 20 years before that. Okay, so that's Monday. Tuesday we will be in Milton. It's going to be a Badger battle, Wanakee versus Milton. That one's going to be interesting. I'm excited to go there. I'm excited to see Ashlyn Petrick and see if she's the real deal, their sophomore pitcher. This will be our first look on W7 at Ashlyn Petrick from Wanakee. I'm excited for this one. Also excited for Milton. I think, Milton is going to put it in gear here as we get near the close of the regular season and get ready for a postseason run for them. Molly Baker, of course, having a fantastic year. Jenna Benash having a great year. I expect big things from Milton this postseason. They certainly have the weapons to do it. A lot on the line Tuesday. So Wanakee's chasing a Badger conference title. They sit at 8-2 in conference play, and right now they control their own destiny. So it's a great time for Milton to say, hey, let's come in and play spoiler. Milton's 6-5 in the conference and a chance to draw a game closer. So there's plenty of incentive on both sides for that game Tuesday night at Milton. Looking forward to that. Let's see. Let's move to Thursday. It's not just Thursday, you guys. I mean, I could say, hey, let's move to Thursday, but we'd really have to move to Throwdown Thursday at Fox Valley Lutheran. Shawno at Fox Valley Lutheran. It's a conference showdown. That's for Dave Hahn, my buddy. Shawno. If you know Dave Hahn, he's got the most distinctive voice, and he does such a great job promoting Shawno sports. Shawno takes on Fox Valley Lutheran 4:30, and Shawno has this game circled. A couple weeks ago, FVL went into Shawno and won 22-2. So the Hawks are looking for payback. They want to respond better. To me, that game was an anomaly. Shawno is certainly much better than that. The energy in this game is going to be completely different because there's a lot on the line in the Bay Conference race. FVL and Seymour are right in the middle of a conference title chase, and any stumble right now by either of those teams could change everything. And let's be honest, Seymour is going to be rooting hard for Shawno in this one. That's how big this game feels. Meanwhile, FVL just keeps playing big game after big game. So now the question becomes, again, of course, all the questions are coming back. How are they going to respond? Are they doing okay? Are they all right? Should we call it? They're fine, you guys. They're just fine. Don't worry. Don't spend any time with furrowed brows worrying about FVL and whatever will become of them. They're fine. They're going to do just fine. So that's Thursday. I remember, it's not just Thursday. It is Throwdown Thursday at Fox Valley Lutheran versus Shawno. Okay. All right. I'm getting into, it might be the medication. All right. So that could be a really fun one as well. And then Friday night, just nothing major on Friday night. We're kind of just going to have a nice, easy night, I think. Maybe play a little Cure, Friday I'm in love, no big deal. Oh, wait. This game could be for the Fox Valley Association title. Appleton North versus Hortonville. They are tied in the FVA race right now. Friday could be the de facto conference championship game. In fact, it probably will be. You don't want to miss that. Friday night, we'll be on air 4:05, 4:30 first pitch. We will have a camera in the Appleton North dugout. We will not have one in the Hortonville dugout. So you'll want to check that out. Friday night, 4:05 on air, 4:30, Appleton North versus Hortonville. And it could decide the Fox Valley title this year. Both teams are rolling. Hortonville has scored 85 runs in conference play while allowing just 26. The Polar Bears are 14-2 overall Meanwhile, Appleton North has been just as impressive. The Lightning have scored 85 runs in FVA play, and they've only allowed 18. 18! That's ridiculously good. Appleton North comes into this game at 13-3 overall, so let's be real here. This kind of feels a little bit like a playoff game in the middle of May. I think the vibes are going to be high for Friday night. I think they're going to be a lot of tension, electricity in the air, excitement in the air for this game Friday. Both teams looking to get some momentum going into the postseason, and I think we're going to have a fantastic softball game. All right, that is our week ahead. Remember, you can watch all of these games free on Fix TV, on the website, on Roku TV, on Fire TV, on Apple TV, all week long, only on W7 and only on Fix TV again, starting tomorrow. Whew. That's going to do it for this extended Whip Around Weekend Edition. Thank you to the Circle Tap in Denmark and Wander Springs Golf Course in Greenleaf for presenting the show. Thank you to the players. Thank you to the coaches. Thank you to the families. Thank you to the ADs. Thank you to the scorekeepers. Thank you to everyone sending in stats, stories, nominations, and photos. Keep them coming because every score matters. Every player has a story, and we're here to tell as many of them as we can. For W7 Productions, I'm Gary Whipperman. We are W7. We are for the girls. Enjoy the rest of Mother's Day. We'll see you tomorrow at Fox Valley Lutheran.